elders and all their dedication. See, this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth will set you free. See, prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Israel, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
We really gotta stop, like praise, yeah. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See, this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth will set you free. See, been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here, they robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear, but we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked, sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive His blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise Y'all for His mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
We really gotta stop like praise, yeah. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed with a smiling face. The praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation. And I praise Him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gonna get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe, yeah.
Shalom Facebook, Shalom YouTube. Welcome to our prophecy class. Today we're in the book of Isaiah, chapter 41. But before we get started, does anyone have any questions?
What I did? Let me see if I remember. It was on our class yesterday. Proverbs 29, I think it's.
We did go with Proverbs 29.
Yes, it is. Proverbs 29 and 20. Levi's son and Walt's son was working on this yesterday, and yeah, it was good response to it. But I wanted to get more from. I said, well, I need more clarification from the elder on this.
What is it? What is the question about that? A faithful man shall abound with blessings.
No, 29 and 20, elder. Proverbs 29.
I'm looking at 20, excuse me. 29, seest thou a man that is hasty in his words, there's more hope of a fool than of him. That it?
Yes, that's it. Can you explain that? I know hasty means fast. I was thinking of a man that does a lot of fast talking.
No,
Or
people make decisions without thinking.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because I seen after that the fool. So I was trying to make correlation, but like I said, hey, if I don't know it, I'm gonna ask you.
Well, this man
So
here
that's what it
is hasty
Uh-huh.
in his words. A fool is better than him.
Okay. So let me write this down. So this man is
He speaks before thinking.
speaks before thinking. Okay.
And the fool never opens his mouth.
And that's what I got to. I thought about the food that don't open his mouth, but I couldn't get to the hasty thing. I just knew it was fast. I was thinking in my mind fast talking, but I was like, no, I wanna ask you to get further clarification, because the fool is, you've seen that a couple times where the fool just don't, if you don't say anything, what does it say? Is a fool don't say anything, he's counted as wise or something like that?
Yeah, it says even a fool, when he holds his peace, is considered wise.
Right, okay.
Right, let me see here. Yeah, chapter 17 and verse 28, even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. He that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding.
Right, okay.
So yeah, you can put that there with that verse that you were talking about, chapter 29, verse 20.
Okay.
That elevates him because he knows how to keep his mouth shut. But he that's hasty with his words
Yeah.
is worse than a fool.
He tell everybody he's a fool when he opens his mouth. But you know what? When a man is real quiet, there's nothing you can say about it.
Well,
You can't criticize him or nothing because you don't know what he know. You all right?
the thing about that is that's the stance I took when I first came to NCCI, because I didn't want to know how dumb I was.
But what the old man said though,
What?
he said there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Yeah, I didn't want to even do that.
He said, what you want to ask everybody else thinking. Everybody thinking the same thing you thinking. They just don't want to ask.
Well, yeah, they keep their mouth closed because they don't want people to know what they don't know. So, some folk don't care. They still ask questions, let them know what kind of person they are. Is that it, my brother?
That's it, Elder. Praise God. I appreciate it. I wrote it in my notes.
All right, then. Well, again, we are in Isaiah 41. And we'll go ahead and get started.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 1. Keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, called him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings? He gave them as the dust to his sword, and as the driven stubble to his bow.
Now, who is this referring to? The verse 1 and 2. Verse 2. It says, who raised up the righteous man from the east, called him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings. He gave them as a dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. Who is that referring to?
That's the Mashiach, right?
Huh?
Is that the Mashiach?
No,
No?
no.
Cyrus the Great.
Cyrus.
Oh, you talking about a man?
Look what it says. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, right? Called him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings. It gave them as the dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. Now, I can understand why you would say that would be the Mashiach, right? Because if we go to chapter 45, make that chapter 44 and verse 28. It says, "This saith of Cyrus, he is my shepherd, and shall perform all my pleasure, even saying to Jerusalem, thou shalt be built, and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid." In verse chapter 45, verse 1, thus saith Yahweh to his anointed. And that's the key word. Thus saith Yahweh to his anointed. One of them shall be anointed, right? To Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden to subdue nations before him, and I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two lead gates, and the gates shall not be shut. So I can understand you would relate that to the Mashiach because he was also anointed.
Right.
But it's just talking about Cyrus,
Okay.
right? And being anointed, that would mean he'd be a deliverer. And so when we read the story about Cyrus, he was the one that sent the children of Israel out of Babylon back into their land, right? Now, he's talking about Cyrus here over 200 years before he was born. So his birth was not an accident.
No.
He was supposed to be born to fulfill what's written about him already. He was spoken of not only before he was born, but before his parents were born, and maybe before his grandparents were born. It shows how far in the future Yahweh can look at things and have things set up that they were supposed to be in Babylon 70 years, right?
Right.
So they came out under Cyrus, under the Medo-Persian Empire, and Cyrus set them back up in the land again. But yeah, I just noting that you thought that was the Mashiach, because it sounds like it,
It does.
right? The same thing's going to happen to him, because look what he says. Who raised up the righteous man from the east? That's kind of indicative that may not be him, but called him to his foot, gave the nations before him. That's the same thing that happened to Mashiach, right? And made him rule over kings. He be king of kings. He gave them as a dust to his sword and as a driven stubble to his bow. Sound just like the Mashiach, but it's not him.
Okay.
All right.
And I can understand that.
I mean, yeah, I can see. You can see. I can see how you're thinking that way
Right.
because of how you describe,
That's right.
right? But let's look at the rest of what he's going to be doing.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brother Seven.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 3. He pursued them and passed safely, even by the way that he had not gone with his feet. Who have wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, Yahweh, the first, and with the last, I am he. The owl saw it and feared. The ends of the earth were afraid, drew near, and came. They helped everyone his neighbor, and everyone said to his brother, be of good courage. So the carpenter encouraged the goldsmith, and he that smootheth with the hammer him that smote the anvil, saying, it is ready for the soldering. And he fastened it with nails, that it should not be moved.
Now, here, they're preparing for Cyrus, but they're preparing gods to go against Cyrus, right? So that won't be the case when the Mashiach shows up. It'll be that one world order in place, and he's there specifically to destroy that one world order, right? So what we have here, people preparing for Cyrus. So they came up with gods they can make up to go against Cyrus. Okay? Go ahead, Brother Savage.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away.
Well, that goes against what people are referring to when I'm talking, when they see my clips, things like the Mashiach and the disciple didn't call themselves Christian. They deny what the book is saying. They want to input their own spirit in the book. Why don't you just read the book for what it says? Read the words. But they want to include themselves in our story. That's what it is. That's why white folks always wanted to do that. That's why they changed the Mashiach name and claimed the Bible as their own. They painted pictures of everybody in the Bible as white because they see how beautiful the story is, and they got to put themselves in our place. So God got a new people, right? But they know what Paul said. Paul said, "Does God cast his people away?"
That's right.
God forbid. So what are they talking about spiritual Israel? You see what I'm saying? They want to include themselves in the covenant. You can't include, because Yahweh didn't not make covenants with anybody else but us. And he's held true to the covenant. Our fathers didn't keep the covenant, but now he presented the covenant to us again, and see how we react to it. So now we're part of that covenant. He didn't get that covenant to anybody else. So you can't just horn your way into our covenant. You can't say that there's no Jew, no Greek, no bond, no free, no male, no female, and use that as an excuse to be all us going to be equal. No, he did not make covenants with y'all. If we were all equal, then in the new earth, the new city of Jerusalem come out of heaven with just the 12 tribes of Israel on the gates. Where they gate at? We supposed to be equal. I mean, everybody will have eternal life, but you're not going to be in the same position as us. So Paul was saying that in the resurrected Mashiach, there's neither Jew nor Greek, no bond nor free. So when you're resurrected, you're not the same person. You're just like the angels, aren't you? Right? So and that's what he was referring to when he said there's no Jew, no Greek, no bond nor free, no male nor female, because you'll be resurrected. That's his resurrection. You'll be in his image. That you can't racialize him, nationalize him, because he's going to be king of kings, king over the whole world. So if they want to be part of that world, then they have to go according to his law. And his law differentiates the people of the covenant from the rest of the nations. You're going to be the head, they're going to be the tail. They cherry pick Paul to justify them being part of us. Well, really not part of us, part of the children of Israel, because they can't see us being the children of Israel.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be part of us.
Right.
So they say, y'all can't be part of that. I ain't talking about y'all. We're talking about most of white people. So, but it's hard for them to accept us as being the chosen people. Now, I don't blame them, especially now. I don't blame them at all for denying that we could be the book, people of the book. But all you got to do is read what the prophets say about the children of Israel and how foolish they were. They're killing each other. Look at Hosea chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 17. 19. It's describing what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Jake was killing each other back in them days, and we killing each other today. Going to be with other men's wives. So that in itself, the negative things that they said about the children of Israel, it fits us. But they don't read that part of the book.
You know, Elder, how can you be those curses on us? The nations look at us in America like a bunch of loose dogs and cats just running around.
Yeah.
That's where they look at us.
Well, that's where we at.
We are leased. Say they need a lease on them. They don't have any control.
Right.
They're not even domesticated animals. They wild. I mean, that's why they look at us.
I know, but now you see why it's so important for our Father to keep those commandments.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have become an astonishment and a byword and a proverb among the nation. This is why. How can these people be the chosen people? Look how they act. Look what they say. Nothing makes sense. Well, again, they don't keep the commandment. If they kept the commandment, yeah, we'd be wise and understanding people.
With like your brother Sean found that verse up in Corinthians. We are the foolishness of Yahweh.
Yeah. But they can't add that together.
Yeah, I do.
Yahweh got to give you that spirit to see that the foolishness of Yahweh is his chosen people.
Right.
That's where's that located at?
1 Corinthians chapter 1.
Foolishness of Yahweh. I like
Because
that.
how can you say God is foolish?
Right.
Now, God ain't foolish, but he is foolish in us. We're his foolishness.
Right.
He chose a foolish people. Not to think Yahweh knew what kind of people he chose. Mm-hmm. He knew what they were going to do.
You said something there that hit me a minute ago about they see the negativity of us and how we are. People don't come up with the concept even like with good and evil. They say, well, how can the God that created all this beauty have a negative people? See, they don't understand that. They think it's all just good.
Yeah.
There has to be something else
Right.
to
A balance.
a balance. There it
Yeah,
is.
that's it.
The balance. So you can see that good.
Well, to them, God's chosen people can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So that's why you can see where they say this.
Yeah, and that's why they look at us and y'all can't be the chosen people because you ain't did nothing right since you've been here.
I mean, you being fleshly people.
Yeah,
That guy told me one time, he got so mad at me about Donald Trump. You don't think Donald Trump can do anything wrong? I said, yeah, see, he do wrong all the time. What you talking about?
well, them Christians can't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
none of them Christians can do anything wrong. They God's people, and everything they do is right. Everything they say is right. So that they put themselves above Yahweh's people. But see, they never read the curses that Yahweh put on his people, and they couldn't last very long under those curses.
Nah. That Gentiles.
No, they couldn't. They be absorbed into the other nations. Basically, they did that here. The white people ain't really white,
No.
like you say. But look at what it says here in verse 9 of chapter 41. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. But when you get to the New Testament, the white people say, yes, you have. Even Paul had to let them know. God ain't cut his people away. So, again, the way they responded to what I put out there shows that I'm hitting a nerve. They got to say something about what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. And you say most of these are white people?
Depends on which
Which one?
No, on the clips.
Majority of them are women, but
It doesn't tell you whether they white or black.
it shows you some of them are white.
Yeah. And the women don't want to be left out of the equation. Well, show me a prominent woman in the New Testament. You see what I'm saying? Now, they're mentioned, but it's patriarchal from cover to cover. So how you going to bulldoze your way into a patriarchy? You don't even know what a patriarchy is. You think you're even with a man. That's the problem Christians have. Christian women, they think they're equal to the man. The Bible don't say anything about them being equal to the man, but they want to put their own spin to it and say, yeah, there's neither bond nor free, no male nor female, right?
Right.
Again, they're talking about the resurrected person. It does not have any nationality or ethnicity or even a gender. So they want to put that in there, but want to include themselves in the mix. So that means Yahweh's word is not in effect then.
Right.
He didn't say, I love the nations. He said, I love Israel. What do they say about that? Because he never said he loved Christians.
When they talk about Israel, I noticed when I talk to white people on my job, they mention Israel in passing.
Like they don't exist no more?
Right.
So who is he loving then?
You know, Israel was disobedient.
Oh, yeah.
And they done with that.
So they don't discuss Israel at all. So they're big time Christians?
Yeah. I mean, like you said today out there in all those whorehouses where our people are. Like you say, you think name Israel gonna come up? Is it? Even the Jews they love so much. That name not gonna come up in the preacher's sermon, right?
No. Unless they talk about how they killed the Messiah. That's why they don't like him. But if we say that we're the Jews, they laugh at us.
Yeah, I was talking to this Muslim a couple of days ago, right? Because what he did was he came and identified me as Hebrew, right? I said, oh, that was a good guess. But then he said, we really don't exist because the Moors were here and we're under the Moors, so we're more Moorish. Yeah, he told me some junk like that. Well, I had to put the cap on.
When did the conversion
Yeah.
happen?
They did this and they did that. The Moors, he said, are actually Israel.
Why don't they call themselves Israel?
That's what I'm saying.
What did he say?
But he was being argumentative. So in other words, he closed his ears to what was coming out of my mouth. So all I did was just back away. You know what I'm saying? Let it go.
What I understand, the Moors was our people that had converted to Islam, right?
Yeah, those are Islamic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how can Israel become Islamic?
Well, that's why he said it the way he had said it. All right. So he was placing them in another realm of people. So we're supposed to be a part of that. We're not.
So they brought Moors over here
Exactly.
on slave ships.
Yeah. I said,
Why didn't they call us Moors? They called us Negroes.
I told him, I said, look, I know who I am. I'm Israel. All right. I come from the tribe of Judah. I know who I am, placed over here in this God-forsaken country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't know who you is because you claiming anything else. So in all reality, you a Christian. All right. So he got really sort of heated and then he wanted to walk away from me.
That's where you get them.
Huh?
Get them, right?
What?
Make them mad and walk away.
Yeah. He got an attitude and walked away.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Yo,
Oh, the class about over.
No, it ain't. I'm just started.
you can't stop lying. Damn, man. First day of the week.
The police was chasing. That's why he ran up in here.
The class about over.
I heard the police.
What we got?
He
40
out there.
minutes in your class?
You one of them sisters over there acting up,
Oh my goodness.
jumping up and
Let's get back to the class. Where we stop at, Steve?
Okay, with Isaiah chapter 41, verse 19.
19?
Verse 10. 10.
Okay,
Verse
you go.
10.
10. Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And I was looking right at it. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that work incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, Yahweh thy Elohim, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thy worm Jacob, and you men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff.
Now, going back to what we were talking about earlier, the fact that they want to insert themselves in our story.
Yes, sir.
Well, they're really saying that they refuse to submit themselves to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why they always go to Galatians.
Okay.
Right? There's neither bond nor free, male nor female. They refuse to submit themselves to us. And I don't really blame them. Consider our history here and the way we act now. Who wants to submit themselves to us?
You know what, Elder?
Hmm?
Otis, he mentioned somebody that we got a Gentile named Jerry. He used to talk to me all the time about, he believed that we are God's chosen people. But Otis told me he's hanging out with Esau. He don't want to come over here and he don't want you teaching him.
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
He believed it, but he ain't finna come over
We
here.
ain't coming over here.
Do you blame him? Look at the neighborhood we live in, man. Come on, folks. I mean, I look at my brother Meshach out there in Texas. Now, it took a whole lot to get him here, considering what he was up against. But the Spirit brought him up in here. He got washed up, and on back home, and stayed in contact with him, visited us from time to time. So it's not a real big deal with us being the chosen people to him. But I'm pretty sure it's praying havoc with the rest of his family.
Yeah, Meshach told me, he said, man, I've been around black people ever since I was a little boy. I always hung out with black people, and I knew something was special about him. He told me that right out there on the sidewalk. Yeah.
But what about his father and mother?
You can say nothing about that. I don't
See, I'm pretty sure they don't like it. But like you say, he grew up around black people.
He used to hang
So
out with them.
it wasn't a strange thing for him to come out to us and get baptized, right? We had other white folks come up here and get baptized, but nevertheless, rest of white people cannot see themselves submitting to us.
This guy, I think he trying to do more self-talk now.
Who,
He
Jerry?
trying to teach himself, because we talked not too long ago, and because I was asking about holy days and stuff like that, and where he go, and so he was like, he basically doing stuff at the house, and he ain't going nowhere. But I guess he rather do that than come around us. But he know who we are, and he keep the commandments, the holy days, and he know who Esau is, but he ain't trying to come up in here though.
See, he asked me a question. He said, why do young black men walk around talking to themselves and their pants down to the knees? And I took him to Deuteronomy 28. I said, these curses are riding on us real hard. He didn't have no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he was smart when he asked me, well, he would meet me at the door when I get out the car on the parking lot. And he had something to ask me. He said, why do young black men walk around with their pants down and everything? I said, well, let's go read it. And then I took him up in Isaiah, this part of the book, and I said, young black men on the corner, they like a wild bull in a net, right? I showed him all that. And he had no problem with it.
It's right there in his face.
Yeah.
How can you deny it?
He couldn't deny it.
So he could see for himself what was written about in the book over 2,000 years ago. It's coming to pass in our time. We identify with these people. We're the same folk they wrote about. So again, it goes back to verse 2 in Isaiah 41, who raised up the righteous man from the east. That was over 200 years before the man was born. Right? So these words about how wicked the children of Israel were written thousands of years ago, but we see it in us. We don't see it in anybody else. You don't see white people killing each other like we kill each other. Children, like you said, Israel is like a wild bull in a net. Black people wild. Can't about control them. See, it used to be white folk would just shoot them and be done with it. But, people start looking at that around the world and say, nah, y'all supposed to be an equal people.
Right.
Right? But look what the Romans did when they crucified those two thieves. It's nothing in our law you're supposed to kill a thief.
No.
You can sell him, or he can repay you. But Romans won't play around. They crucified thieves, man.
It's like the Shira law, right? They cut your hand off and do all that.
Through Muslims?
Yeah, Muslims.
Yeah.
'Cause some of them countries are they doing it now, but behind closed doors, they make sure you don't do one crime one time. You're not gonna do it a second time.
Yeah. But we're still talking about white folks here. Different generations of white people, right? They just had enough of them Jews back in them days, man. They sick and tired of them, just like white folks sick and tired of us. And so the curses was on our father back in them days, and they're on us today. We get them. Everybody hates us. They hated them back in them days, and they hate us now. So what's changed? The Africans hate us. Everybody on earth hates us, and the book says you're going to be hated of all men. Go ahead, Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 16. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, Yahweh, will hear them. I, the Elohim of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open.
She can't help it.
Come in late,
She can't help
making
it.
noise.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 18. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water and dry land springs of water. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 19. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the all tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree and the pine and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Yahweh have done this, and the Holy One of Israel have created it. Produce your cause, saith Yahweh. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Yaakov. Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare things for to come. Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that you are gods. Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. Behold, you are of nothing, and your work of naught. An abomination is he that chooses you. I have raised up one from the north, and he shall come. From the rising of the sun shall he call upon my name, and he shall come upon princes as upon mortar, and as the potter tread of clay.
Now, who is this referring to? Go ahead.
I got it wrote down, but I'm just listening to it again.
Well, let's look at it again. It says, I have raised up one from the north, and he shall come from the rising of the sun, shall he call upon my name, and he shall come upon princes and as upon mortar, and as a potter treadeth the clay.
I got Nebuchadnezzar, but I just reading again. It said he shall call upon my name, and I don't remember Nebuchadnezzar.
No, he didn't. But nevertheless, you had Daniel there, the three boys.
Okay.
Yeah, so Daniel saved a whole bunch of folk by interpreting his dream, right?
Okay.
So he didn't call it on his name verbatim, but he did call on Daniel to interpret the dream.
Didn't he say? Didn't he tell?
He
Daniel,
did
bless?
mention the God of Daniel or something.
That's what he said. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Didn't he say bless?
He said, you know what? He also said, anybody say anything amiss to God of Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego, I'm paraphrasing, his house gonna be torn down and made dunghill, right?
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that.
So yeah,
He did say that, and he also did
Yeah.
say bless. Tell Daniel. He said bless the God of Daniel. In some way, I
Yeah,
read that.
bless the
yeah.
name.
Bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it doesn't say he said the name. It said he blessed the God of Daniel. So that in effect would be calling his name.
Okay.
Talking about a title. Right. Go ahead, Brother Sack. So we agreed who this is, right? Verse 25. No. It says, I have raised up one from the north, right? And he shall come from the rising of the sun, shall he call upon my name. He shall come upon the princes as upon mortar, and as a potter treadeth to clay. So who is this referring to?
He
He
got-
said Nebuchadnezzar. He said Daniel. You said no for either one.
No, well, that's what I'm referring to him.
I mean, he said Daniel. You said no.
No,
Okay,
I was,
I thought he is.
because I know he said Nebuchadnezzar, he was correct,
Okay.
but he didn't.
All right. He said Daniel.
No, I was talking about Nebuchadnezzar,
Okay.
okay?
So Elder, from 17 all the way to 20, that's talking about the wilderness experience, right? I know it said making that waters and trees and stuff grow in the wilderness. That's talking about the wilderness experience, right?
Well, no, because when you go up to Isaiah 35, it said the wilderness gonna blossom in bud for the children of Israel,
Okay.
right? So is that referring to the same thing? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Okay.
yeah. Go ahead, Brother Jack.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 26. Who have declared from the beginning that we may know, and before time that we may say, he is righteous. Yea, there is none that showeth, yea, there is none that declareth, yea, there is none that heareth your words. The first shall say to Zion, behold, behold them, and I will give to Jerusalem one that bringeth good tidings.
Who's that referring to? In verse 27. The first shall say to Zion, behold, behold them, and I will give to Jerusalem one that bringeth good tidings.
John the Baptist.
No.
We're going to bring them good tidings.
What's this good tidings? What's another word for good tidings?
Oh, that's what the Mashiach got gospel.
The Gospels. Right. He's the one who brought the gospel, the good news.
Yeah, good.
Right. The great, good tidings. Go ahead, Brother Seth.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 28. For I beheld, and there was no man, even among them, and there was no counselor that, when I asked of them, could answer a word. Behold, they are all vanity, their works are nothing. Their molten images are wind and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles.
I find that quite an interesting verse considering the time that we're living in, because even white people can't get any justice by their own people. Right? You look at what's that? Carmela Anthony, is that his name? Killed that white boy?
Oh yeah, yeah. That trial just started this week.
Yeah, and you got black people protesting, saying to convict him is racist.
And talking about the juries, to all white jury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, all
They
white
raise a
jury.
hell about that.
That's racist. What's racist about murder?
That's a good point.
I mean, he admitted to the police that he did do the deed. He did the deed. So how is that racist? See, what it is, black people still remember the injustice they received from white people. And so they want to do the same thing to white people. Right? So they want to go tit for tat. Two wrongs don't make a right, though. The young man murdered the boy. And they want to act like he should go free. So what does that make you? You ain't no different than the people that convicted y'all. So now you lowered yourself. Instead of taking the high ground, you taking the low ground. And you're just like the people that tormented you. How does that make you better? See what I'm saying? So they mostly low intelligence people that are emotionally unbalanced. So it's easy to control those type people. And so they form those protests and say, well, oh, this is racist, got all white jury. And I think they suggested that he go ahead and confess that he did it instead of taking it to the jury trial. Because if he confessed, then they could change that to manslaughter or something like that.
A plea deal.
A plea deal. They were offering him a plea deal. Yeah.
I can't remember. It was like the little boy that stabbed him. I can't remember. That's the one he stabbed him?
Yeah, stabbed him in the chest.
Track meet.
Oh, okay. He had brought the knife with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stabbed a track meet.
Now, I can understand why they would say that, because if you say the jury is supposed to be of your peers, and you ain't got number white people on the jury, my peers might not be white. I can understand them saying that,
But it's a lawyers that picked the jury.
Yeah, so they picked the jury.
So his lawyer picked the same.
So they're trying to say that the white people will maybe show lenience. If it was black people, it would be just because they're going to go for him. So they're trying to make sure that it's, but if you say it's somebody amongst my peers, how can you have somebody that I don't even live around as being my peers?
Well, you have to blame his lawyer.
Yeah.
Because the lawyers picked the jury.
Yeah.
Where that happened in Texas, right?
I don't think it was Texas.
Was it
I
Texas?
don't know. New York or something?
No,
New York.
I think it's Texas.
Okay.
Well,
If it happened in Texas, Texas law gonna be applied to that boy. He ain't getting out of this.
well,
Yeah, I'm thinking that's where it was.
yeah, no, but nevertheless, white people found themselves in a position of their own people turning against them.
Mm-hmm.
The judges turn against them. You got Trump want to do one thing, and the judge say you can't do it. So now you got somebody that's going to give them justice. Yahweh servant. Right? So it's pretty cut and dry how Mashiach's going to judge, because when you read what he had to say in the Gospels, you can tell this man is beyond average thinking. Because he'll throw something out there, his own disciples wouldn't even understand what he's talking about.
Right.
But that was at the level he had that godly intelligence. So in his resurrected form, he's going to still have that godly intelligence here to bring justice to the Gentiles. And they're going to love him for it. They don't see him looking like us. They see him looking like them. But they're going to have to accept the fact that he looks like the people that they had as slaves. That's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah. But he'll be the king of the whole earth. Yeah. So what are you going to do with that? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1 again. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail, nor be discouraged, till he have set judgment in the earth. And the owl shall wait for his law.
That's the whole world. That's what's so beautiful about this. The people that's supposed to fit will be ruling the whole world. The people that have been enslaved are supposed to be ruling the whole world according to this. So the white people can imagine us ruling the world. We can't rule our own streets. So how can we throwaway people that are emotionally unbalanced, be rulers of the world? That means a change got to come. You can't rule the world in our mindset now. We learn the ways of the heathen. So something got to change drastically before people start respecting us. It's all about how you carry yourself. Now you look at some of the world rulers. Look how they carry themselves. Do they walk around with a pants sagging? Are they all tatted up? No. Is their hair in a ponytail? The world rulers don't look like that. So the same thing got to happen to us. We can't look like everybody else. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 5. Thus saith Elohim Yahweh, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. I, Yahweh, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house.
But this is both physical and spiritual. Now, we know what the physical is. That's just the prison houses, right? But what is the spiritual prison?
You asking me? Now I got wrote down, and the truth shall make you free.
What now?
And the truth shall make you free.
Yeah, well, that would be the process of bringing them out of what kind of prison, though?
They hitting around it, ain't
Hmm?
they? They hitting it around it, ain't
Yeah,
blindness.
it's on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah.
Blindness in part of it.
You said the truth shall make you free,
Mm-hmm.
right? Free from what?
Free from past sins?
No, that
Free
would
from
be
sin, baptism.
no, because remember, say the truth shall make you free. That means you must not be free for some reason.
So you're not,
What are you?
understanding the law.
You're a prisoner of somebody.
You're a prisoner of sin, and so if you
Well, I
know
mean,
what sin is.
yeah, I know, but in the Mashiach, he was referring to himself. Since you
Okay.
believe in me, the truth shall make you free, right? But what are you being free from? Because you're not free for some reason.
Mhm.
Now, I know he'd go on to say, well, sin, you're still simple people, but you're still a prisoner. So that you have to be made free. So when it says here, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. Who is this that sit in darkness and got to be brought out of the prison house?
Ain't nobody else but.
Yeah, but what is the prison house?
Yeah, us.
Hmm?
Us.
The bondage under the
I
curses,
said, what is the house? Not the people in the house.
Oh, okay.
bondage of the curses.
No.
No, it's not.
I'll probably know when she's like, I don't know right now.
It's happening right now, Otis. Right as we speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I got you.
What?
Up under Christianity.
Yeah.
Back
Back at the band.
Going to these houses, okay.
Well, Christianity in particular, but religion,
The religion house, yeah. Okay.
our religion, are
Right.
prison houses.
You're right.
Because they hide the truth from you,
Right.
right? And just like you said, the truth shall make you free.
Mm.
Free from religion, free from the lies
That's right.
that we've been taught by religious people.
Christianity.
And black people love them lies. Going out to heaven. The biggest lie ever been told.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they want to hear. And you can't shake them from it. So when it says to open the blind eyes, Christianity got you blind, to bring out the prisoners from the prison of the religion you're in, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house, that's your church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay? So again, broken down into two types of prisons.
Right.
The physical prison and the spiritual prison. All right? So the physical prison will be those that actually come out of prison houses for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But the spiritual prison, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard cake to cut. And they don't want to leave the prison house. But they are in darkness in the prison houses. They don't want to know. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to keep the law. The law is a light. And they sit in darkness. Go ahead, Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8.
Hold on.
What's going on out there?
Oh, yeah, he was asking if he's all right.
Who is that?
The one that just,
Who is that?
that's
That your friend?
No.
he follows you in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is she?
I don't know. I thought
I
she
thought
brought
you-
it.
I
You
thought
gotta
you-
know. I know what you thought.
No, I thought
Oh, see what? No.
Has she been here before?
Look like I
The
seen
guy?
that. Look like
No, huh? The guy that was there,
Look like I seen that guy somewhere.
bathroom, I think.
Or not.
huh?
I think he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, you know, he started coughing or something real bad.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard that voice before.
Yeah, look like I seen him before. Look like that brother.
This is my first time seeing him.
He asked me, I'm thinking that same brother about a year or two ago what we was about. I kind of remember, kind of faintly.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's been here. If he's the same guy.
It's the grocery.
They're still talking loud out there. Why are they talking so loud?
Oh boy, he went in the bathroom, won't come out.
He won't come out the bathroom?
Might not feel too good.
Oh man, what y'all let in him, bro?
You said what we listened
No,
So, oh, sister, mother, what you bring up there, mother?
Hey, too loud.
He said he wanted to come to Bible study. So,
where'd you meet him at?
on the bus.
And that's
On the
what
bus
he
with
said?
me. Yeah, he said he wanted to come to Bible study.
It's kind of strange.
So, I don't know.
That's him talking.
Man, you can't come to somebody's house acting like
Not
that.
like that.
Well, let me call Benaya and the boys, man, to get them up out of here.
It's the first time we ever had a neck come up in here. Are they arguing?
He's just talking loud.
You ain't nobody got to kiss your back. In my face, put your neck on thing. I'm running like you.
Excuse me, bro.
Go on, man.
Excuse me, bro.
I ain't going nowhere, man.
Huh?
This shit. Come and point up here. Then point your face. Look at my face. Put your ass back.
Excuse me.
You don't kiss
Excuse
your-
me.
Brother,
Get ready to leave.
Excuse me. You're gonna have to leave,
I'm
bro.
leaving, goddamn.
You're gonna have to get out of
Go
here.
on, nigga.
Get out of here.
Hold on, bro. That's enough. Man, you ain't got no
You
understanding,
gotta put
man.
your hand on me.
When you meet somebody like that, if I meet them, last time, couple times, folks got off the bus and came up here, it was all messed up. I won't leave them people on the bus.
Get some lit, and let it be.
Mm-hmm.
Get some lit, and just
Give him some lit. For what?
No, he said,
just let him read.
he said, if you get on the bus, just give him some lit. Just let him go. He's still.
I know. He just came in the wrong place, that's all. Let's continue, Brother Stephen.
Bring your chicken up in here.
Yeah,
Come
right.
in a strange house raising hell.
Yeah, in a stranger's house.
What you be bringing up here, mother? They followed you.
I looked at it too. I'm like, is that chicken?
Yeah.
What kind of grocery store?
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Sing unto Yahweh a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth, you that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voices. The villages that Kedar does inhabit, let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory unto Yahweh and declare his praise in the islands. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs, and I will make their rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them.
Now, who is he talking about? He's talking about his own people, isn't he, right? But he's talking as if people don't have a clue as to what's going on. Because it says here in verse 16, and I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will lead them in path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. Again, he's referring to those people that are still blind. They're still in prison houses. Right? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
That couldn't also represent, when they were the 40 days out in the wilderness going to the where he separated the water for us.
You talking about in the book of Exodus?
Yes. That could be the same thing, couldn't it?
No, that was a one-time deal coming out of Egypt.
Yes.
But in this, Isaiah's talking about all of Israel. He's scattered all over the world.
Okay, right.
Right, so he says, I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not.
Mm-hmm.
They're still blind. Some of them don't even know they're Israel. Look at America.
Yeah.
Black people don't know they're Israel.
Okay.
Right? I will lead them in paths that they have not known. Black people don't know the path. They don't know the path of righteousness. They don't know Yahweh's law because they've been taught not to keep it. Mm-hmm. Right? I will make a darkness light because Christianity and any religion is darkness. He said, I will make darkness light by giving them the law and light before them and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. See, that's why we got so much hope because of verses like this. He said he's not going to forsake us. Mm-hmm. So how can people say God has cast his people away? They merged in with other people. Yahweh's always kept his people separate from other nations, especially here in America. So there will be no doubt as to who we are. We are separate people, even though black people stupidly want to integrate with these white people. And white people fought them off. And they still fight them off. They're moving into white neighborhoods. They try to start one of them states with none but white people. Have you heard about this? Mm-hmm. It was for whites only. It was a town that they're going to make just for white people.
Yeah.
I heard y'all
You remember that?
Yeah.
I heard y'all talk about that.
But I think it went down the tube. It didn't work.
They got some out here.
I know it's some, what they call sunset cities,
Sundown
cities. Yeah, I know they got them.
Yeah,
but
right.
this is supposed to be particularly white city, a white town, with none but white people in it, got white jobs and everything. And so you can see white people want to be separated too. They doing what Yahweh told his people to do. Mm-hmm. So don't intermingle your seed with other nations. That's what white people are trying to do. Black people say that's racist. No, it ain't. It's self-preservation. They don't want their children coming out looking like caramel babies. They want this pure white babies. Do you blame them? Because that means you're messing up the gene pool. You had a history of being white, but all of a sudden you're a different color now. Mm-hmm. So they don't want that. It's called self-preservation. And black people don't understand self-preservation. So they want to integrate.
So that's that sundown, what it's representing is all blacks. Before the sun go down, don't be here.
Yeah, don't let the sun catch you in town.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah, I remember that. They had them cities in Alabama say, by the time the sun go down, you're supposed to be out of here, right? They had them right here in Georgia, too.
Coolman, Alabama.
Let me ask you something, Ellen. Getting out veering off subject. You know, this is a big deal with so-called Negroes. Now, we had people up in this camp say, well, white people are dying off now. How do they know all that? And if so, they dying off over here in this country. You still got Europeans migrating here from across the pond, right?
Yeah.
They say it's more us than it's white people.
How they know?
How they prove that?
They ain't white. White people know.
They're doing those.
I mean, we got Israelites doing this too.
Yeah, they do statistics, and then they do they checking on the population, but the white population is down a little bit. It's not like they're going away. It's just down, and they trying to keep it where that they don't want less because you got Spanish, Asian, Indian, and Indians about maybe 2%, and black. Our population is moving faster than their population, and that's what they're fearing. They just want it to stay where it is. They don't want us to reproduce. They good with what it is now, but their population is slowing down.
But I
But
can't
they
see.
still the majority.
They still the majority, but
Yeah.
we are producing, and the Spanish people are producing, more children than they are.
Well, I
And
can't.
so that's what they fear.
That's what the politicians want. White politicians. They
Mhm.
want that.
That's what they want.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But I can't see how they say we are producing, we're growing,
Yeah, reproducing.
when black women are killing 4,000 babies a month.
Yeah.
And brothers are shooting each other, killing each other, all in these chocolate cities. I can't see that.
Yeah. Well.
Cause then,
This still the land of the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Right? It don't matter how many it is. It'll be few, it'll be 5 or 6. They still run that bad boy.
but then when you ask them, I had a relative say, white people gonna die off. I said, well, who we gonna rule over? I say, these are the people that really rule over us with no mercy. I mean, for them Chinese and all them other people, they never come in contact with us. We got people over there in their lands, but they never rule over us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Hispanics, it's just been basically these people and those Hamites. So, but they die off, who we gonna rule over?
Uh-huh.
No answer.
Is this thing plugged up? Because it said my battery is low.
Yeah, they.
We sure it's plugged in that connection. Look at the connector.
Yeah, he did something.
Did he change? Okay.
As they do that census every so many years, but the last census, I guess that's where they start realizing, okay, our population is down. Even I think it's like 90-something million, black people like 32 million, Spanish, but they still got the majority. They just don't want their population to decrease. They want, so they can have control of everything.
Well, that's kind of sort of my point. Who do you want controlling America? White people or black people?
Really, man? Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I got a guy.
Slippers.
I'm like,
I got it.
I'm leaving with the wife.
I got a guy that told me that one time. I said, when white people leave, I'm leaving with them. He got mad. I say, man, you think I'm gonna stay here with a bunch of Negroes? Don't have no structure. I'm leaving with white people.
Well, that's my point. This is their land. Let them rule the land. They built this bad boy. They built up society. They built up the banking system. They built up the economy. They built up all this, and without black people help. So again, who you want in America? White people or black people? Black people never run nothing. White people got experience. They come from the Greek and Roman Empire, and from kings and queens of Europe.
Right.
Right? So they brought all that spirit over here to America and set this bad boy up like Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs perfectly. Even dumb black people can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to starve to death here in white folks' America.
Mm-hmm.
Here what the Ford plant is, all right?
They stealing
And the
cars.
mechanics over here.
They stealing cars from here and shipping them over there.
Huh?
They stealing cars from here and shipping them over there.
Who? Stealing cars?
Yeah,
And shipping them over to Africa?
Yeah, there's a lot of the cars get stolen here.
Yeah,
They ship them
that's a
over.
common thing.
They ship them overseas.
What it is, they're not regular cars. They're just high-end automobiles. People got money. They'll ship them overseas.
Well, they shipping Fords over there, or shipping
Yeah,
Chevrolets.
they ship whatever they can get. They got
Maserati.
motors. They pull the motors out, get the motors, and sell them on the black market over there. So.
But like you say, it's no manufacturing plants over
Yeah, ain't no
there.
manufacturing.
Ain't no
plants.
mechanics over
They
there.
mechanics over there. They know from stealing and breaking down engines, and they ain't got new cars. They just the poor people that got vehicles. They got those guys that got those motors coming in on trains and ships. They just refurbish them, and they got new vehicles. Yeah, they stealing stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially the Nigerians. So
Yeah, they on a high level.
I mean, let them in the country. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
They shall be turned back. They shall be greatly ashamed that trust in graven images, that say to the molten images, you are our gods. Hear, you deaf, and look, you blind, that you may see. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as Yahweh's servant?
So, again, who does this point to? Because these people call themselves by everything in the book, call themselves black. They don't recognize who they are when they read the book. They don't recognize it's talking about them. The book is talking about the children of Israel. And they refuse to accept that they are the children of Israel. White people refuse to accept that. But that describes us perfectly. Who is blind but Yahweh's servant? We've been blind by Christianity. Our religion, we're blinded. The television blinds us. Movies blind us. Music blinds us.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all those things that detract from our thought processes. And we find ourselves in the world itself, not really having time to think about that current situation. Now, I'm not saying that black people are not always known who they are. Black people know who, a lot of them, I'm not going to say a lot of them, but a few of them have always known who they were. But they didn't have any platform to get that out to the rest of the children of Israel, so they maintained their blackness. But who calls themselves by different names every generation? Coloreds, African Americans, Negroes. Who does that? Again, how can we not be the people of the book? Because we're blind. Go ahead, Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 20. Seeing many things, but thou observest not, opening the ears, but he heareth not.
We got the book here, but they can't see it. And they can't hear Yahweh's voice.
Mm-hmm.
The book has been here for hundreds of years, but they can't see it. Why? Because of religion, because of Christianity. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 21. Yahweh is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Isn't that the Mashiach's law? It's up in Matthew chapter 5. He magnified the law. So it said, if it is written that you should not commit adultery. The Mashiach said, to look upon a woman, you've already committed adultery in your heart. So he has magnified the law then. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey, and none delivereth, for spoil, and none says, restore.
I find that particular verse interesting because our fathers, when they dwelt in the land, they didn't have prison houses. So talking about somebody else's prison houses in somebody else's land. Because the way our laws are set up, judgment comes pretty quick, right? So you ain't got time to get no lawyer to go and plead your case. You got the priest and the judge to listen to your case, and they make the decision, right? There ain't no courtroom. The priest and the judges are the ones that make the decision whether you're guilty or not. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Yaakov for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not Yahweh hear against whom we have sinned? But they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
Now we see why so many black people in prison. Because they won't keep his law. If they kept his law, they wouldn't be out there stealing, they wouldn't be out there killing, wouldn't be out there committing adultery, any of those things that could get them in trouble with the law. But so if they kept the law, then Yahweh have a reason to save them. But if they would not keep his law, that's why you're in prison houses. But one of the things about being in prison is that Yahweh cut you off from the rest of the population. for a purpose, right? And that purpose was for you to listen to somebody that already know the truth. It's already in the prison house with you. So now you can see why you're in the prison house. You can see that the justice system is unfair. It wasn't supposed to be fair to you in the first place. It ain't even fair to white people. But nevertheless, Yahweh had to sit you down and get you to read this book and understand what the book is saying, that it's talking about them. So that's why you got a lot of brothers in prison houses. Some of them get in contact with me. They call me and ask for advice. Ask me to send them some literature. The reason they in prison house, again, they broke the white man's law. The white man said he broke his law. I put it like that. But go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 25. Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart.
So what is he referring to in that verse? It says, therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and hath set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. What is he referring to? Black people don't realize that God is mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons they're in the prison houses, right? But they don't realize that the reason they're in the prison house is because of Yahweh himself. He put them in the prison house. He made them break that white man's law so the white man didn't have no recourse but to put them in the prison house. But it was Yahweh that set them up, right? Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. You know what he does? He blamed white people. He called it racism.
Went through the neighborhood and shot up everything.
Yeah.
And they got speed breakers in the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood, and you running through there 80 miles an hour, speed breakers. And when they stop you, you want to know why you picking on me.
You know, Elder, I had a conversation with an older gentleman yesterday. I think he said he was like 75. And me and he was talking, and I was telling him, we had a conversation about Yahweh hardening our hearts. And I told him, I said, I pray Yahweh don't harden my heart, because I mentioned Pharaoh. We was talking about a whole lot of stuff. And I said, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. I said, you know he hardened some of our hearts now because we don't want to listen, and we going out and doing wild stuff. And so some of our hearts are being hardened. And he was like, and he sat there and he thought about it. I was like, he's like, yeah. I said, some of our hearts are being hardened because of what we doing. I said, it's the Most High that's doing it to us. And he was like, okay.
Sounds like you throw some wisdom on it.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's hardened. I said, but I pray that he don't harden my heart for some of the stuff that I don't do.
Yeah, but you can't deny wisdom.
Yeah.
You can fake at it. You can fake it, act like you don't want to hear it. But when you know that that's wisdom coming at you, you have to acknowledge that, because it's something you never even considered. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. But now, thus saith Yahweh that created thee, O Yaakov, and he that formed thee, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am Yahweh thy Elohim, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth, even every one that is called by my name. For I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him.
So it says, everyone that is called by my name. What does he mean by that? You know, everybody's called by, who are we called? Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So he's speaking to Israel.
Is that his name? Now these people are called by his name.
Mm-hmm.
When a wife marries a husband, is she using her maiden name or her husband's name?
Supposedly her husband's name.
Well, let's see that. Let's go to Numbers chapter 6.
Into the benediction,
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I just thought about it when you said number 6.
Yeah. Read verse 22 to verse 27, Brother Stephanie. We're going to see whose name these people are called by.
Numbers chapter 6, verse 22. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise you shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
So that's the people that are called by his name, Yahweh. Because that's what a wife takes her husband's name. Remember in Isaiah chapter 4, where 7 women can go to one man and say, we'll make our own bread, make our own clothes, but let us take your name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, that's what they said in Jeremiah too, right? Say, these are the people of Yahweh, and they're going forth out of his land, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say these are the people of Israel.
Nah. Yeah. So again, our name, we're called by Yahweh's name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're not called by Yahweh's name, you're probably not Israel. You may say you're Israel. Now you look at them people that are called Israelis, I bet you they never read that. Because they're not Yahweh's people. Yahweh won't even let his name come out of their mouth. What did they call it?
The Israelis.
What do Israelis call their God?
Hashem.
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 Yeah. So he won't let his name come out of their mouths. And sometimes that happens here. Those people leave here, and you see them a few months later, a year or two later, and they know what you know. But when you're talking to them, all of a sudden they're using the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't teach you that. Yahweh took his name out your mouth. You have to look at it that way. Brought you up here, gave you his name. For some reason, he got you out of here, and he took his name with him.
I have a question. So when you're talking to people, and I know they'll say JC, but then sometimes you don't want to say JC. So can you say the Most High?
To who?
When you're speaking to people about Yahweh, or should you just?
Depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Talking to Christians.
If you're talking to Christians,
Yes.
don't be ashamed of Yahweh's name.
So say Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't be scared of him. Right? Because that's the truth.
Right.
and they don't want to hear the truth. So you let them know, I got this truth. Now I'll share it with you, but it's going to hurt. That truth is a two-edged sword. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Yeah, because like I was telling you yesterday, when I was talking to the brothers at the gym, and I said, we were talking about, say, God. I said, yeah, the God of the Bible is named Yahweh. And his son is named Yahshua.
Yeah.
So we gonna differentiate. We ain't just saying God, because it's generic, because everybody wants to say God. You talk to Muslim people, white people, black people, anybody, they say God, but there has to be a separation. So I always use Yahweh. I never say, no, the God of the Bible is Yahweh.
Now these female Christians,
Yes, most of the time.
yeah, well, expect some pushback. Because they love themselves in JC, and he's their God now. So yeah, you can break off a little bit, use Yahweh's name, but be careful. Because of all the Christians in the world, black female Christians will blaspheme. So then their blood be on your hands. So you know how emotionally unstable they are when they come to their Christ, and you bring up a new name. Now with a black man, he might take his time and listen to you. But them black women, they're too emotional. So just pick your battles. First of all, see what they know. Right? Ask them what God's name is. And see what they say.
God.
They're gonna say JC, then I explained to them that when no J's at the time, when Christ walked the earth instead of Yahweh walked the earth. And I have to explain that to them. Sometimes they listen. I don't know if they,
Well, they can't say they never heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. They're going to be judged, and if they didn't hear it, and they don't want to hear it, well, they have to face the judgment. But who controls all that, though?
Yahweh.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother.
But it's sad now they replace the only begotten Son of Elohim. They changed his name up, Yahweh, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, Yahshua say, I have a father.
Yeah.
How can he be God? He said, my father is greater than I. He told Mary, don't touch me, leave me alone, because I had not ascended to my Elohim, your Elohim, right?
Yeah. He did say that.
How did the Mashiach become God?
Simple, Steve. Let's go to Psalm 45.
Right. Yeah, Elder, I can't even read that to them.
I know.
I read that to a brother in the barbershop. He was talking about Christ was God. When I read that to him, I said, what's your rebuttal now? I said, I'm playing Perry Mason on you now, buddy.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still alive, Steve.
He told me, saying JC was God. I say, that's not what the book says.
Just read verse 7.
Where we are now?
Psalm 45, verse 7.
Psalm 45, that's right. Psalm 45, verse 7. Thou lovest righteousness and hateth wickedness. Therefore, God, your God, have anointed thee with the oil of gladness above your fellows.
So you got to ask them, if they say JC is God, well, who is he praying to?
Right.
And who's that said at his baptism, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased? Who was that? Was he a ventriloquist? If he's God. So who would the Mashiach be praying to if he's God?
Then what he says, on the torture stake,
Yeah.
on that star rose, he said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?
What God is you referring to? He's supposed to be God. I don't understand that verse. If he's God, how did they kill a God? How did a God die? How can a God die? A God can't die by definition. A God cannot die. But he died.
What did God say, Ella? God said, I'm the root and offspring of David.
Mm-hmm. See, we looking at that's what I like about it. It deals with time differently than we're used to dealing with time. So things that are happening now is already preordained to happen. It was preordained that you show up today. You didn't have to, but it was Yahweh's will that you showed up, and it's Yahweh's will that you don't get a baptism. I just had to throw that in.
Yeah, had to go get
But
it.
you can't deny it though. You cannot. Now that's what you call an anointing, man. It's not a baptism.
It was like the disciples said, not even my feet, my head, my head too. But it made me think, like what you said, when we talk about Israel and the Christian church, that's really that make a difference between the Old Testament and New Testament. Is to talk about that old God in the Old Testament. So in the New Testament, it's a new God, because if you read them, even in verse 8, it says, I'll give my glory to nobody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when Yahweh talking about himself and Christ talking to him, that's one thing that really got me. I was like, who is he talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keep telling me he talking to himself. That don't sound right. I said, who is he talking to? He's talking about his father. He praying to somebody. Who is he praying to? And I was done then. I was like, nah, it's something else. Y'all lying to me.
Yeah, that's what Christianity is.
Yeah.
It's a lie. It's something made up by white people to justify their religion. Because they look at everything as a religion now. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as non-religious people in their eyes. But the Bible ain't religious. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons they call it religion, because they see the Bible is not religious, so they made it up as they go. It's their own mindset. Christianity is the white man's mindset. They ain't got nothing to do with what's written in this book. You don't mention Christian but 3 times in the whole Bible. So how is it that they use what they call the New Testament as a reason to be Christians? Nobody in the Bible has called himself a Christian. Now, those clips that you say people comment on, what was that on? Was that on TikTok or YouTube or what? TikTok? I needed to do something like that. I really give them something to talk about then.
What's that?
I forgot what I was going to say.
About TikTok. What you need to do about TikTok as far as sending out a message that's going to blow their brain apart.
Well, I think I mentioned that Christianity is the mindset of white people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It sounds like a Beyond the Surface show, too.
You had a good intro yesterday, too. With that.
Huh?
You had a good intro into your sermon yesterday about why our people fell into the Christianity.
Yeah. I'm surprised people listen to me. Praise God. I be thinking about that. I say, do people actually listen to what I'm saying? Yeah.
I had to go back and listen to about 4 or 5 times during the week. That's just over and over and over. Because I miss something every time I hear it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Praise God, man.
I think the way you bring it, from what I know, is when you bring it some people they say they don't like the harshness, but they like the harshness because it brings them in. They want to hear what is taught, what's being said. Like my mother, we were talking last night, and we actually talked about a seed and how Yahweh could put a seed, but that seed may not manifest itself 200-300 years later. And we had a long discussion. It's 11 o'clock. We never talked that long at night. But she always say, why is Elder so mean today? I'm like, he's not mean. It's just he's passionate. But that never stops her from listening, and she takes notes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from that standpoint.
Yeah, she probably ain't seen about talk like me. She probably used to hear other black people talk. But when it comes to me, I act like I'm mad all the time. And she want to see that. What are you mad about now?
I think that's what it is, because she like the Casey, the one in California. She used to watch him a lot when we were young. Casey Price.
Yeah.
But his son now is talking about
Yeah,
we should
right.
be worshiping on Shabbat. But she liked him. Like, he was real smooth, his delivery, and you know he was well taught. You know, so. But I think that's what it is. She's like, you know, I want to hear what he pissed off about this time.
Man, always pissed off about something. That's what he gonna do. But it makes
That's the
sense.
first thing she said. Why he pissed off this time? I was like, you still listening to him? Yeah. She probably listening now.
That young Christ, I think he getting ready to change that Sunday to the Sabbath.
Yeah, my mother brought that to my
Right
attention
there
years ago.
at it,
Yeah.
right now.
He said we doing things wrong.
Yeah, a lot of things you're showing them
Yeah.
through the book.
Well, he did walk around with the Bible.
Walk around with the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, he had open up talking to the people.
Yes.
But I don't know. I can't remember what he talked about though.
He was a real good talker. I just knew that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you know.
Let's continue. Let's finish it up, Brother Stephen.
Isaiah 43, what was that, 8?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is true. You are my witnesses, saith Yahweh, and my servant whom I have chosen, that you may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me.
How is it that we are his witnesses?
'Cause
We never seen it. We weren't that back in them days.
we believe
Believe what?
in the truth about Yah.
About
we
who?
believe that we're not stuttering, you know what I'm saying, or stumbling. We know that we know he is real.
How do we know?
How do we know?
Yeah, how do we know?
Spirit put that on us.
Yeah, but what about him makes us his witnesses? Have we seen him do something?
Our father's experience.
Because we have to see it or hear it.
Spiritually, you do see it.
What do we see?
But do you see everything in every episode in this book that explains everything that went on from Genesis 1, all right?
They close
We
it in
see
on
it and believe it.
So what now?
Get close.
We see it and we believe it.
Oh, well,
And
yeah,
I said
well.
from Genesis up to where we're at or going through, like we go through this book, everything that's in this book, word for word, we believe it. We don't have no doubt about it. Like you got so many other people that have doubt. You know, they can, what's ever being said, all right, they got doubts. That's that Christianity that never left their brain. See what I'm saying? But we
I
done
hear you.
kicked it out.
I hear you.
We done kicked all that out. It don't exist no more, as far as my mind is concerned. You know what I'm saying? I go to sleep with Yah and I wake up with it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's nothing else. I don't know nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes with somebody that we talking, all of a sudden, boom, I go right in there.
Praise God.
That's the spirit in you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we all have. Well, that's what the most of us have.
What are you going to say, my dear?
I was gonna say the curses.
You going to say the same thing?
He say the curses.
The curses?
Yes.
No, you can't go there. The curses, because it encompasses a whole lot of what would happen to the children of Israel if they refuse to keep the commandments.
Mhm.
That makes us witnesses, because who else fits that?
That's right.
Could we also throw in the law? Because no one keeps
Well,
the
that
law.
is the law. That's part of the law right there.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, like the commandments and things.
Keeping the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That no, what's happened to us makes us witnesses.
Yeah, you got here witnesses of 400 years of brutality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you look at what would happen if we didn't keep the commandments. It ain't happen to nobody but us.
Right.
That's
So
scary.
that makes us his witnesses.
That's right.
So he said that we've been in captivity for 400 years. Who else been in captivity for 400 years?
You know, Elder, kind of hurt to say, but I'm just saying on my own. Those first 5 books are our DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
it tells you, well, you include the prophets too, but they tell you everything about us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make us his witnesses.
Yeah, but what make white people want to be Yahweh's witnesses?
Because they want ours.
They want the blessing.
They want the
Well,
blessing.
they are the reason why we're here.
Right. They want the blessing, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's why I say, how can they equate themselves with us with words like this?
Yeah, right.
Because Yahweh said, these are my people. These are my witnesses. White people ain't had no witnesses. White people ain't witnesses to nobody. We're the only ones that can be called Yahweh's witness, but they want to come up with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, right.
Man, I couldn't think about this the other day, boy.
You couldn't think about this?
Couldn't think about
You
it.
talk to that brother, man.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna take him there.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. And chapter 44 too.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
And
brother.
I had to slow myself down a lot too, because when I see them so-called Jews, and I'll just say it out, I'll blather it out on the train, in the bus, I don't care. But anyway, what I say to them is, I've never seen a white Jew before. You know, and then he'll cringe, or her, or whoever, they'll cringe their eyes a certain way, and then I'll say something like, I thought it was always black. I didn't know it was white people. They call themselves Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Then I let it go. I don't say nothing.
He sound like a judge on the train.
He kind of like Simeon, man.
Serious.
He like Simeon.
Yeah,
But
sure, I
y'all-
don't play, bro.
I see y'all, when you get, the older you get, the braver you get.
Hey,
I went past house and lived with El Shalai to Walmart one time. He almost got us killed.
Yeah, well, that teach you a lesson right there. Do not go out with OG Israelites.
There's a bunch of us, about 4 or 5 of us. You remember that?
yes.
And Elder Hiram.
Hiram.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Man, Hiram went off on the deep end the other day, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You see what he was talking about?
Yeah.
I'm
Well, he's listening to us now, so I ain't gonna break it up.
okay.
Go ahead, brother Stephen.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 11. I, even I am Yahweh, and beside me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore you are my witnesses, saith Yahweh, that I am Elohim. Yea, before the day was, I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? Thus saith Yahweh, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sake I have sent to America, and have brought down all their nobles and the Aryans whose cry is in the ship. I am Yahweh, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Thus saith Yahweh, which maketh a way in the sea, and a path in the mighty waters, which bringeth forth the chariot and horse, the army and the power. They shall lie down together. They shall not rise. They are extinct. They are quenched as told. Remember you not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now shall it spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert.
So again, that points to Isaiah 35. What a wilderness with blossoming bud, because we're there. Go ahead, brother Stephen.
Verse 20. The beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert to give drink to my people, my chosen. This people have I formed for myself. They shall show forth my praise.
All right, Stephen, I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is historic. But before we dismiss, does anyone have any questions? All right, then, well, let's see what's up here. I got somebody here named Bertha Harris on YouTube.
I was a little late, so I had to start listening.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That's probably what you, with your friend that made you late.
You had to throw that. You had to throw that in on her like that. Came in on the hard.
He was just following you?
You got,
No, he
okay.
was on the same bus with me. I think he was headed home, but
Shalom, brother Julius Brown. Shalom, brother Eliyahu. Ben Israel. Shalom, brother Abraham. Shalom, Morning Crisp. Shalom, Clarence Marks and Sister Yulita. Shalom, Elder Hiram. Shalom, brother Elder Al-Hayam and Mother Malaka. Shalom, Susie Garman. Shalom, Gregor Rucker. Shalom, Elder Mick. Shalom, Mickey Anderson. Shalom, Kevin Birch. Shalom, David. Shalom, Brother Malachi. Shalom, Brother Hodiah. Shalom, Brother Jacob. Shalom, Brother Ezra Ben Israel. Shalom, Lonely Red Wolf. Shalom, Isha. Shalom, Rhodesia Williams. Shalom, Ezra Ben Israel. Shalom, Elder. We know that Yahweh doesn't love everybody, but they always run to John 3:16. What can I say to refute them when they run there? Well, let's go there. John 3:16. I've heard that many times, seen it many times.
But that God is love.
Yeah.
So God loved the world.
No, he's talking about let's see, John 3:16, right?
I'm just guessing. That's what's in it.
It says, "For God so loved the world
Oh, John 3.
that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." So let me ask you this question. What if you don't believe in it? What happens to the world then? Because you got millions of Muslims that don't believe he's the Son of God. Right? And that's not counting all the rest of the religions of the earth that don't pay any attention to this. Only white Christians do this, right? Or black Christians. But let me take you somewhere else. Remember when I said, "For God so loved the world," right? Let's go to 1 John chapter 2. It says here in verse 15, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Elohim abideth forever." So which world are we referring to when it says, "For God so loved the world"? He's talking about the world that John said we're not supposed to be a part of? Is that the world he loves?
You're talking about his creation.
Huh?
You're talking about Yahweh's
Yeah,
creation.
he's talking about his creation. He's talking about his creation. He's not talking about people. Because at the end of creation, he said, "And it was very good." Right? He loved this creation. So, Brother Ezra, you can use that in 1 John chapter 3, verse 15 to verse 17. Ask them which world are they referring to. And we can. He loved his creation. That's what he refers to. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Right? That whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. But they don't go that far with it. It just say, "For God so loved the world." Leave out the rest of it. But when you read the rest of it, then they'll have to they have to back off of that because not everybody believes in the Messiah. So what happens to them? Are they going to perish? Because he said, "For whosoever believe in him shall not perish." So the ones that don't believe are going to perish. Does that sound like God loved the world? So, but you look at who is the God of this world, right? Let's go to 2 Corinthians and chapter 4. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, in verse 3, and listen to this, Brother Ezra. "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of the Mashiach, who is the image of Elohim, should shine unto them." So he's referring to that is a God of this world. Well, who is he referring to with that?
Satan.
Yes, Satan. Mankind lost the dominion of the earth when he transgressed the law. So now the earth is in Satan's hand. So which God are we talking about here? We're talking about the God of John, chapter 3, verse 16. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3 through verse 4. But there's a God of this world. But that's the world that we were talking about in 1 John that we're supposed to separate ourselves from. Satan's world. So I don't mean to give you too much, Brother Ezra, but get back with me and see if that works. Shalom, Brother Adawan, Ben Yasharala. Shalom, Kimberly Israel. Shalom, Elazar and Mother Kaya. Shalom, Jeremy Yahoo. Yes, they are. Shalom, Mother Marsha. Shalom, Yahweh Song. Shalom, Isra Yasharala. Shalom, Brother Ezra. During yesterday's Shabbat class, you mentioned that Yahweh only spoke to the Gentiles twice. Did I say that?
No. Mm-mm.
I know one was with Cornelius,
Yeah.
which was the other. I never said Yahweh spoke to the Gentiles at all.
No.
Cornelius.
Huh?
I said, just only Cornelius. You spoke
Well,
about
that
him.
wasn't even Yahweh.
No.
That was an
That
angel,
was an angel.
right? So angels are not God; they're messengers.
Right.
And if that was God, why didn't God tell him what the deal was?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "No, I want you to go down to Peter,
That's right.
and he'll tell you what you need to save your household."
That's right.
But I never mentioned that God spoke to Gentiles. He may have spoken to individuals,
Right.
but with us, he spoke to us as a nation of people.
So was
I mean, we look at Abimelech.
the person that's talking, is that a Gentile?
What now?
The person that's talking or right now, was that a Gentile?
Talking on here?
Yeah, right now.
No. This is this is Brother Ezra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was like the question I asked a while back, a couple of weeks ago, about did Yahweh speak to any of the Gentiles other than Israel? And you was like, nah. And I said, that was angel. Because I used Abimelech, and I asked, was he Israel? Because he did give praise, but I was wondering who.
You look at, he spoke directly to Abimelech, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I said he only spoke to the children of Israel.
Yeah.
We're looking at a nation as opposed to an individual.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference, right? So he's speaking to a nation with us, sending his prophets, sending his angels to nobody but us. But in the case of Cornelius, an angel was sent there. But who sent the angel? Was it Yahweh or was it the Mashiach? Because he got authority up in heaven now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So with that, Brother Ezra, I wish you could let me know what. I don't recall saying that yesterday, that he only spoke to the Gentiles. Right? He never spoke to the Gentiles. He spoke to, he spoke to Abimelech. He wasn't a Gentile. He's a Philistine. But Cornelius was spoken to by an angel. When Yahweh speaks to his people, he letting them know giving them some knowledge. He letting them know, this is what I want you to do. But the angel told Cornelius, go to Peter, that Jew, and he'll tell you what you need to do for your household, to save your household. So no, I don't think I said that, Brother Ezra. Shalom, darkness of religion, that's true. Sounds like a TV show.
So, Elder, speaking now, when you talk about Cyrus, when Yahweh did he know it that Yahweh had that word, or it was just prophesied that he would do it? Did he know what he was supposed to do?
He was prophesied.
Mm-hmm.
When Yahweh will do it on the next prophecy class, but he was prophesied 200 years before he was born, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Yahweh created him or made him just for that purpose, just like he did with Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Cyrus. He called Cyrus his anointed, right? So that made him a little bit higher than most Gentiles. But he was made manifest for one purpose: is to bring the children of Israel out of, bring them back into their land.
But Yahweh never spoke to him; he just put him in that position.
He put him in that position. He ordained it.
Ordained it. So
right. But he didn't say nothing to nobody, except for his prophets, to let the children of Israel know that there's a guy coming, going to bring y'all back out of captivity. But at the time that he said that, they weren't even in captivity. And it says he's going to restore Jerusalem, going to rebuild the temple. The temple is already still built. So he's talking about 200 years in the future. Right? But he didn't say that to Cyrus.
Okay.
Right. Shalom, Elder Tobiah. Shalom, Brother Benaiah. Shalom, Gary Leonard Moore. Shalom, Melinda Curry. Shalom, Jimmy O'More. Shalom, Brother David. Did you fix that? Okay. Shalom, Brother Kemuel. Shalom, Melanie A. Harris. I am escaping the prison house, Elder Priest. Thank you for your genuine teachings from the scriptures. Is that our Melanie?
Who?
Our Melanie, the one that come up here. Okay.
What's her Hebrew name? She got a Hebrew name?
No, that's what she called herself now.
Melanie.
I think she was in some type of nurse that take care of old people. I forgot what you call them. I think that's her.
Caregivers.
Caregiver. They got a professional name for it. I forgot what it is.
Home health nurse?
A what?
A home health nurse?
No. No, I'm pretty sure somebody on here will let me know. Okay, Shalom. We'll call Yahweh. She answered that question. Shalom, Avisha Judah. Shalom, Timothy Turner. Shalom, Shamayan Yasharala Elder. Shalom, Gary Leonard Moore. Who we are witnesses to the curses he placed upon us. That's true. So there's no question about that. Shalom, Shalom, Brother Yosef. Shalom, Tamika Whittiers. Shalom, Sister Rachel. Shalom, Brother Alahayim. Gary Leonard Moore. He will show mercy unto thousands that love him and keep his commandments. Yep. That's part of the 10 Commandments. I don't have anything after that.
That's it.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Good questions, good comments. Join us on our history class this coming third day. And what's supposed to happen this first day coming up? Is that a new moon? Is that the one that Defoe's supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
People supposed to be.
Oh no, I'm doing that one, yo.
Oh no, that's you, Sean. That's right. That's
He
you.
said people.
You sure that's a new moon?
New one,
That sounds like a sermon, brother. I mean, what you got? You got.
That's what I got.
We might be there a couple of hours.
Teach you for not showing up for the first one.
So what?
He teaching you that you didn't show up for his first one, so he's gonna get it in.
Okay, God willing, I'll be at this one. Okay, I felt bad about that. Man. I was sitting at the hospital and didn't even think about it, bro. But that ain't the only one I missed. I mean, I missed the second Passover too.
Oh, you talking about?
That time I forgot he was teaching. It was on a Monday night.
Oh, okay, we've been looking for what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I
Well,
remember that. Trying to
I don't know. Yahweh willing, I'll be there. Hold on a second. Terry Outlaw says, Yah only love those who love him, Proverbs 8 and 17. Let's see that there. It says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Did Yahweh say that? Did wisdom say that? Granted, wisdom and understanding and knowledge do come from Yahweh, but this whole chapter is about what wisdom got to say. Mm-hmm. Right? So he's actually referring to wisdom in that particular case. Again, wisdom does come from Yahweh, but this whole chapter is devoted to what wisdom had to say. Because if you look at the previous verses, in verse 15, for instance, by me kings reign and princes decree justice. By me prince rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. So again, we're looking at wisdom speaking here. The actual personification of wisdom is actually talking. Now, who wrote that, though? The wisest man on earth. So who else would know it? King Shlomo. Right. Brother Terry, you shutting off one of the attributes of Yahweh, which is wisdom. The other two attributes would be understanding and knowledge. But it's actually wisdom speaking there. So I appreciate the offering. But again, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Join us. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Let me see here. Again, join us for our history class. It's coming Thursday, which is Tuesday night. Yahweh bless you and keep you. Shalom.